Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetjuice.com and we have Amit Gujral with us, who is the head of marketing for LG products. Welcome sir, and we are going to start this interview. So we are going to ask him about the questions related to LG G2 and upcoming products on LG. So, hi sir.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome to LG Electronics.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. So, regarding starting with the first question, that is when it comes to LG G2, what kind of response you have seen from the market or from the consumers in terms of feedback, in terms of the revolutionary design which you have of this device? Like, how does the user react to this when it comes to the overall feedback which you have got till now?
Sure. I'm sure you and all other readers, viewers have heard about a remarkable innovation in terms of the rear key on G2. It was a result of a lot of study, and study not in sitting in the labs, study with the real-time consumers. We went on and asked people in terms of their usage patterns, their habits, and the most important thing which came out was the comfort, right? We do have lots of plethora of devices, and every other device does about the similar things, right? You have an Android version with you, whatever version you have, but people say that now we need some more comfort. Okay, just recall, you hold your phone, normal tendency is you hold your phone like this. Your index finger is always on the back. So it was a thought which came up from kind of impromptu research, and we figured out almost 9 on 10 people have this habit. So why not to make use of index finger? And we brought about, not just for a kind of fashion, it's adding up to the overall aesthetics. You have no side keys on G2, right? No conventional design here. And bringing about how do you use a phone while talking. If you're in a meeting, you want to reduce the volume. Instead of fiddling with your fingers on side buttons, you can very smoothly move up and down to increase or decrease the volume. I'll give you a very small example of now cameras on smartphones are kind of threat to digital cameras. People are carrying camera in their pocket. How about, I think you must have read, selfie is the word of the year in Oxford Dictionary. And if you recollect me talking about selfie, I said that taking selfie on G2 is the most comfortable and wow thing. You just hold phone in front of you and take your picture, what we call selfie, with just a rear key click. Yeah. You don't have to adjust yourself, figure out the icon, click the camera, wait for the flash. It's just, without disturbing your angle, take the selfie from the rear key. Right? So this all came about some ease of operation, and we are very happy that all the users world over on G2 have really got and hooked into this new concept. So that's about the response. We are pretty upbeat about this, and as I had said in the past, we would love to carry this forward in our upcoming devices.
Okay, so you plan to have this kind of a button placement in the budget segment devices as well? Can we expect to see this kind of a design when it comes to the placement of the volume button?
Right now, I may not be able to share with you in terms of my future portfolio. Right? Reasons are obvious here. However, you will see immediately with the new year, new devices with rear key for sure.
Okay, that's great. So apart from this, when it comes to talking to people, like, this is a great device and we have reviewed it, we really liked it. In terms of the benchmarking, in terms of the overall performance, battery backup, everything is good about the device. But when it comes to the user awareness, as of now, if I take a look over the LG distribution channel, which is there in metro cities, either Mumbai, Delhi or any other major cities, I don't see much of a, you can say, promotion when it comes to LG. When I visit some of the very popular stores in my area, either in North Delhi or in South Delhi, I do visit some stores where you have LG branding, and then there are some stores as well which are kind of popular, but I don't see any LG product over there. So when it comes to distribution, when it comes to approaching the dealers that they should push this great device, I have never seen till now any retailer or dealer pushing this device as much as they do for some other brands. So how do you plan to improve this kind of distribution problem which you actually have as of now?
Okay, I would not like to term it as a problem.
Okay.
I would say we have to slightly go back in history. Okay. What we basically did in 2012, we had revamped our entire business direction, and couple of very strict, serious and thoughtful decisions we took. For instance, we said we'll be a smartphone player, out and out, right? Erstwhile you have seen feature phones from LG, right? But we said 2012, no, we would want to be in smartphone era only, right? Number one. Number two, we said that our entire value chain, when I say entire value chain, is the company, the distributor, the dealer, the sub-dealer, right? We all have to be profitable. It's a business for all of us, right? So we focus our energies into the top, what we classify as the class A plus and A outlets. From there we have been focusing and increasing month on month.
Okay.
Right? So what this strategy has helped us is, number one is, it has helped us groom our processes, our practices, and when I say our, then I count my business partners as well, which are the dealers, the sub-dealers, right? So now, having revamped the strategies, having those loyal dealers network with us, we are growing and growing in strength. So you have rightly mentioned that you might not see my presence or LG mobile presence all across. But certainly if you compare 10 months back and now, there's a drastic improvement.
Okay.
So it is on the growth. We are adding up new dealers who are all aligned to us in terms of that system of value chain growth and profitability.
Okay. Okay. So apart from this device has a very good hardware, everything is good. What I don't see LG promoting much is the camera. However, the camera on this device is very good because it has OIS, and the overall quality of photos which you can actually take are actually amazing, which I have actually seen in my review. So I really like the camera on this device. Why do I not see LG promoting camera on this device? Because whenever I talk to LG or whenever we have any kind of communication, even when we see the banners or online advertisement, whatever that is going from LG on this device, I always see the kind of message which is about the design of the device. Definitely you have a very good design, but I never see LG talking about the camera. So why is that?
It's a wonderful contradiction here. Right today, if you log on to Amazon.com in India, there is a complete roadblock on Amazon for LG G2, and the only thing talked about is OIS camera. So it's not that we have not been talking about camera. We are proud on G2 camera. As you have mentioned, we know, all of us know very well that this is the only device with 13 megapixel OIS. Competition or others, I will say, OIS is not revolutionary. But the way OIS has been implemented is on G2 is totally revolution. What has happened in the past by competition is you use the camera, click the picture, and after clicking, the OIS comes into effect. However, on G2, it is the real-time OIS effect. So whether it is shaking or it is thin light conditions, right? And so thanks for your comments as well, that you said it is one of the best cameras available. So certainly it's not that we are not promoting. There, if you happen to go to some of the shops, you will find a very unique POSM, what we call in-shop element. You will see a moving hand with the G2, which is a motor run hand. So just to portray that what happens in the shaking conditions with G2 camera, and gives you still photography.
Okay.
Right. Do log on to Amazon.com, please.
Okay. Okay. So apart from this, when it comes to this device, why do you selected, like why did you selected the plastic, basically the manufacturing when it comes to the outer body? Why you never went for a metal phone, or why we never saw a metal phone coming out from LG? Which definitely this phone is good enough, I have no complaints with it, but why LG never came out with a metal phone till now?
I think again we need to go back in history. Recollect the phone called Shine. Shine was one of the first metal phones, which LG introduced.
But again, when it comes to Android phone, I'm talking about this.
That's right. That's right. It's not I'll say the pros and cons has been weighed. Not like that. It's all about, as I said, in terms of our studies, in terms of what we have heard people, what has been the preference of one on other. See, as a manufacturer, we are open to and have the capabilities to manufacture all glass. You saw LG G, you saw Nexus 4, it was all glass phone, right? As I mentioned about Shine, it was all metal phone, right? So it's all about how consumer has reacted to certain things. And definitely today, plastic scores over other things.
Okay, so did you selected plastic on this phone only because of the weight, or was there any other reason?
No, it is purely driven by how our normal consumers, they had shown their reflections on what kind of devices they would like to have.
Okay. Apart from this, when it comes to features, you said that you have this kind of a demo in the LG showrooms where you are actually talking about the camera of the device.
That's right.
With the shaky hand which is powered with the motor and all.
Right.
When it comes to other features of the device, how are you promoting those features? How are you making sure that users and the consumers, not through online advertisement or not through TV advertisement, but through offline channels,
exactly,
how do they actually get to know about these features? So what are you doing about that? How they should identify?
I'll talk to you something very, very fresh on G2. Okay, again, how my in-store promoters, how they have been trained to have a dialogue with the consumers in terms of what benefits do they derive out of G2. I'll give you a very small example. Okay, guest mode, right? It's a very, very simple yet very intuitive solution. Talking about this phone being my private device. We're all scary in a way, indirectly, to share the phone, right? With the guest mode, which is simply, allows you to have 2 pattern locks on your phone to deliver 2 different experiences on the same phone. A very small example, I go home, right? The first thing my kid says, I need your phone to play Home Run, right? Or Angry Birds. Okay. Now I don't want him to really look into accidentally also my emails or my SMSs, right? So what I do, very simple, beta, this is the unlock pattern, which is the pattern for the lock, which is not the primary pattern, it's a secondary lock pattern.
It is for the guest mode, definitely.
Right? And suddenly my phone shows only and only Angry Bird and Home Run. When I use it, I use my unlock pattern and my phone is back to me in its full-fledged manner. A very small thing, but a very user-friendly thing.
So this is one thing which...
Yeah, all promoters, have been trained on that.
Okay.
Second thing I tell you on how my promoters are talking about the beauty of OIS camera on G2. It's pretty simple. You take out the phone and click the picture in the same setting in the shop where it is slightly dim light or outside objects are moving, right? Pick out any other phone and do the same thing. Take the same picture and same settings. Definitely G2's picture is far more better, clear and stable.
Okay. So this is the second thing you are doing.
That's right.
So these are the 2 key features.
No, I'm just saying like these are the things.
Okay.
For example, audio zoom.
Yeah.
I'm sure when we all are a gang of friends, you would always love to hear the gossip happening at the back. And you're recording and you're having fun, right? So it's only on G2 where you have audio zoom where you're recording and pretending to record normal conversation, but actually you're focusing on the 2 girls sitting at the back and gossiping around, right? So all these things, a couple of examples which I just told you, are all something which user can relate to and they really can use. So we demonstrate that in the shop by our in-store promoters.
Okay. So when it comes to the branding, we have seen the branding when it comes to G Pro. that was actually Optimus G Pro, and then you dropped the Optimus word from the branding itself. So was there any specific reason behind it, or what kind of strategies you have going further when it comes to maybe the second version of G Pro, which we might see?
You already have a second version of G Pro Lite, which we have launched a couple of weeks back.
So again, that is a kind of a device which is kind of light on the hardware configuration to some extent.
Yeah.
So when we expect a new, you can say, the next version of the device, as far as G Pro is concerned, G Pro was very powerful device, and still it is.
Sure.
And when it, the latest Snapdragon 805 chipset is already out, so can we expect to see a kind of a upgrade over the G Pro Lite as well within some time, or within some months maybe?
I think when it comes to Snapdragon phones, LG and Qualcomm together have really joined hands to bring about the first ever experience of the new latest Snapdragon. Right? We are pretty hopeful on that association. We are definitely working together. So when do we see the latest Snapdragon on LG with what device? I'm sure we will be glad to share with all of you as being the first people to know about it.
And regarding, I can say, MediaTek is another emerging, you can say, emerging chipset company.
That's right.
At least in the budget Android phone segment.
That's right.
So when it comes to MediaTek, do you consider that as a option as well in future, that LG might come up with some MediaTek phones which are like sub budget phone, or phones in between?
At LG, the choices are driven by very simple. What user experience can be delivered with the device in mind we have? If it is company A can deliver with us, or company B can deliver with us, there are no hard and fast rules there. So I'm not saying that to MediaTek we are closed, we are open.
Okay.
Right? It all depends on the proposition of the device, who and how we can deliver the best experience takes the score.
Okay. So currently, if we talk about the market share, especially when it comes to the LG phones,
That's right.
like in which segment or in which price segment you see a good growth or good response when it comes to the sales?
Okay. I will not say only LG. We have to see in terms of the Indian market. Now, Indian market, the most good thing about Indian market is that every price bracket has a healthy share. For example, sub 4K is a healthy chunk. 4 to 8K is another chunk, right? 8 to 15 is another segment, right? And we go up to what, 50,000 rupees.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we closely see the market movements from 2011 till today, the most healthy growth, quite surprisingly in India, has come in the 8 to 15,000 rupees price bracket, and then on the 30,000 and above, quite contrary, right? If we look into our economy figures, it is very difficult for people to believe that India is growing in the 30K and above segment. Right? It's a welcoming change. So, as the industry has seen the trend, so do we.
Okay. So right now, you cannot actually give any idea about which segment is actually doing good for you, as in the price segment we talk about.
If I say till all along G2, my 8 to 20,000 price bracket was doing very, very good.
Okay.
With G2 coming in the top slot,
Okay.
the top slot has also showing us fantastic results.
Okay. So that's all from us, and thanks for being with us. Thanks for this video, and thanks for your time.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.